And beyond the 20. Just a yard pass there to the 21. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he's got it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Uses the stiff arm. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, this is great work by a quarterback here. He's doing anything he can to avoid taking a square hit. I admire the way he worked his way through the initial contact and then continued downfield for good yardage.
And Mahomes going to run again. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Off the option, it's Edwards-Helaire. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 2nd and goal from the 1. To throw, it's Mahomes. Touchdown! Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Again on 2nd down. Herbert. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. 1st and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And Mahomes going to keep it himself. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not 16 somewhere in that neighborhood.
And they can't. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big gain that time. Big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this is Cook with the grab. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So for the Chargers, it's their first meeting this year against the AFC champs. And these two division rivals, they go back to the AFL days. But this Chargers, kind of a measuring stick game, you feel like, for a young Chargers team.
It certainly is, because when you match up with Kansas City, who has dominated in recent years and feels like they'll continue to dominate for the foreseeable future, you've got to have a reason for optimism. And this team, under new management with a new head coach, and they feel like they've made some great strides in free agency in the draft. They feel like they can go ahead and start pursuing Kansas City once again.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
This pass finds its way to Williams, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And Mike Williams was a 1,000-yard receiver in 2019 and had to battle through some bumps and bruises in 2020. He's known for his big plays downfield, but he also can make the dependable catch as well.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry,
who's one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up the third down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They snap it to Herbert. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be a second down. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third down, here's Eckler. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. On play action, it's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Christian Covington able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Edwards-Helaire now off the option. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Byron Pringle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit from the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. From the 50, here's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Austin Eckler got hurt last year and missed 6 games, but still finished with 54 catches, the 5th most by a running back in the NFL. But remember this, 2019, 92 catches. This guy's a definite threat out of the backfield.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert back to the air. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll go down at the 28. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
A good rookie season for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but I do believe a lot of people thought that he would be more of a factor in the passing game for KC last year. Remember, he had 55 catches his final season at LSU. Wound up with only 36 as a rookie with the Chiefs. I expect that number to only go up. Remember, he missed a few games down the stretch with injury.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he will have the Chiefs first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. The Charger drive about to get going. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll start with the option, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. shotgun snap to Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mahomes going to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't. He's got a man complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for L.A. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Chris Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Hopkins' kick is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Off the option, it's Edwards-Helaire. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Edwards-Helaire now off the option. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season in Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year 2. The last pick of the first round in 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch it out of the backfield.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Off the option, it's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Going up top. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Edwards-Helaire now off the option. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. McKenzie now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
That'll be complete to Cook. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Herbert throwing again. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. The Chargers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To the air again, Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. So that'll back them up 5. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that'll be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Herbert now. That's caught by Jackson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Again, Herbert. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost. He needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll get to the 29-yard.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel like envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti.